In today's episode, my guest is Austin Hellickson, a 23-year-old team leader in Greater Seattle area running a 30-person real estate team. He went from AI skeptic to fully integrated using tools like ChatGPT and Gamma to streamline follow-up, onboarding agents, and generating content at scale. If you're still on the fence about AI in real estate, this one's your wake-up call. Let's dive in. Are you a real estate agent eager to unlock the power of AI to boost your productivity and scale your business? Then you're in the right place. Welcome to Real Estate AI Flash, the weekly podcast that takes AI from a buzzword to a business tool, making it approachable and actionable for agents like you. I'm your host, Rajiv Sajja, and each week I interview agents from across the country who are using AI to transform their careers. Join us on this journey to become an AI skilled agent and take your real estate career to the next level. Now let's get to this episode. Welcome to another episode of Real Estate AI Flash. And today I'll have to tell you, I have a real estate rock star, but also somebody that's embraced AI to a level that I think the listening audience is going to get a lot out of it. I have Austin Hellickson, team leader of the Hellickson team with LPT Realty based in Greater Seattle, specifically Sumner, Washington. With nearly 5 years of experience, he's closed over 180 transactions, totaling around 70 million in the past 5 years. And we're going to get into all things AI and how it's helping Austin and his team. Welcome to the podcast, Austin.
I'm so excited. Thank you so much for having me today.
Yeah, looking forward to it. So when you and I sort of got connected through your dad with the Club Wealth Virtual AI Summit, I said, I got to have Austin on the pod because I think he's going to add a lot of value to the show. So for the listening audience, I gave you a little elevator pitch introduction, but I'd love for you to give a little bit of a background. I know you grew up around real estate. So I'd love for you to share a little bit about your journey and bring us to today.
Yeah. I basically grew up in the back of my mom's car when she was selling homes. I mean, I remember going on buyer appointments, and I remember still driving by with this one house every single day to my office. Like, I remember being in that house on a showing one day, right? I was 5 or 6 years old, and along that path, I've been able to learn a lot about the sales side of real estate and, I mean, how things have really been done and how things have changed over that big period of time.
Yeah, and so tell me a little bit about, I know your dad, Michael, was very successful in real estate. He has a coaching company. Give us a little bit of that journey as well and how you decided to get into real estate.
Yeah, so my dad, I mean, he used to be the number one agent in the entire country. So he'd sell between 120 to 180 homes per month. Was very, very, very successful with what he did. And he eventually got out of business and decided to transition. Like, I enjoy coaching people and helping people grow their businesses. So what I decided to end up doing for myself, I'm like, okay, 16, 17 years old, what do I want to do with my life, right? I mean, that's kind of a big decision to make at that age. I'm like, well, I don't know. So anyways, 18 years old came around. I'm like, well, I like money. And I think money is a good thing, especially at 18, right? Like, who doesn't like money? And what's the best way to make money? Well, sales, right? Because I get to pick how much money I make. Okay. Now, what's something expensive that I can sell to make a lot of money? Well, my dad was in real estate and he made a lot of money in real estate. Well, I don't know how to make a lot of money in real estate. So it really became a no-brainer to me where I was at. I'm like, I'll just get into real estate, right? So got my real estate license, did all my coursework when I was in high school, got my license 2 months after I graduated, and just been doing that ever since. Nice.
So you're obviously based in Greater Seattle. You're also expanding to Utah.
Yes.
Right? Yes. So, and you have a team. How big is your team now, Austin?
So in Washington, we're about between on the team and onboarding, we're 30 people, and I believe we're at 5 in Utah currently.
Nice. So let's get into the topic of the day, which is AI, right? Which is the podcast purpose here. So what was your first, everybody's got a different light bulb moment. Oh, crap, this can do a lot more than I thought it would.
Yeah.
What was that first moment for you, Austin?
Well, even before that, I'll say this. I hated AI at the beginning, right? Because there's so many fancy things in real estate, like, oh, this is the next big thing. This is the next big thing. It's like, okay, I'm going to shift all my time, effort, energy into this thing, and it doesn't work out, right? So it's like, okay, it's awesome. Artificial intelligence. It's the next thing, right? Well, turns out it is the next thing. You know what I mean? It's like, it took 100 million people to use the internet. It took 7 years to use AI. Was it 3 months?
Yeah, crazy.
So 2022, I used AI a little bit, just kind of like playing around with it on my personal life. I was really frustrated because it was slow and it only gave me information up to 2021. So I'm like, it's not really a thing, right? End of this last year, I'm like, all right, everyone's really using AI, so I think I should probably embrace it more. My big aha moment came up this year in May. I wanted to make a standard operating procedure for my team, right? I'm like, I'm telling my admin team to do something. I'm telling my sales team to do this. We're doing it, but there's just always so many questions about what the process is. So why don't I put it all into one place? And I'm like, well, that takes a lot of time to make it. I wonder if ChatGPT could help me out with this, right? So I told ChatGPT, I'm like, hey, I own a real estate team. I want to make a standard operating procedure. Ask me 20 questions on what to do, right?
Yeah.
So it gave me the questions. I answered the questions. I'm like, well, ask me 10 clarifying questions. Answered it. Anything else you need clarified? Clarified. And like, all right, give me a rough draft. Holy cow! Like 50-page standard operating procedure, detailed, knew exactly my entire business. I'm like, is this real? So within probably 20 hours of my personal time, it built out this entire thing that would have taken me months to develop by myself. Incredible.
Yeah. Number one reason agents embrace it that have realized is the collapsing of time.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, and the speed and also the quality of the output is probably better when you're done either way, pre-AI or post-AI. I think that's a great point. So specific use cases, obviously you mentioned SOPs. In our we exchanged emails around this. I mean, some of the things you mentioned was AI has started to become the backbone of your back end.
Yep.
So let's dig into lead follow-up, a big piece. I mean, you're at a 30-person team. There's a lot in building connection, first person that gets to the lead, right? Speed to lead, all of those things. So talk to me about your lead follow-up and how AI is playing in that space for you.
So right now, I'm not doing a whole lot through my lead follow-up on the AI sector, but what I am doing is I'm using AI to build my lead follow-up. So what I mean by that, smart plans, right? I want to be able to have automatic text messages and emails that go out that sound like me, that are me, that are bringing value to the clients. Well, I don't know what to write. I'm not a creative guy. Like my listing descriptions for the first year of me being in the business were like beautiful home. And I said that for, tear down houses, right? That wasn't creative. Yeah. So what did I do? I said, hey, AI, I want to create a smart plan for Zillow leads when they register on my website or when they're registering looking for houses. Create me a 15-step process over 30 days, right? You guys all can make this exactly whatever you want it to be for whatever lead source, for whatever length, what type of lead, etc. And holy cow, boom, it's done in 5 seconds, right? So the collapsing of time is just incredible, the power that it's giving to all of us.
Yeah, for sure. And it doesn't matter what CRM people are using. You could sort of weave it into the middle to kind of build your tone, your voice for texting, voicemails, emails, call tasks, all the things that you sort of connected. And you have ISAs too, right, Austin?
Yeah.
That sort of work this. So it's like training an ISA. And how did you, growing your team to 30, and I'm sure the goal is to obviously grow it larger and bigger.
Yep.
Which is going to be my next thing, is bringing on agents to your team. The process of recruiting, we call it attraction.
Yep.
Depending on who you listen, right? Agent recruiting, growing your teams. Talk to me about the role of AI in bringing agents on, educating them and training them. Anything there that you're sort of doing?
So obviously we train them on AI, but I also have AI training my agents. So there's programs and platforms that like HeyGen, for example. What HeyGen does is it duplicates myself on video. So what I can do is I can give it a prompt from ChatGPT saying, make a video of this. And now it makes a video of myself training on a certain topic. And again, rather than recording a 10-minute video that has to then get edited, it's 5 minutes to make the prompt, if that. 30 seconds to make the video, and I upload it. It's perfect every single time.
Yeah. And most people are afraid of getting in front of a camera, the time it takes, getting ready, all of that stuff. Once you clone your voice and your video, it's just the scripting at that point. It's just 100%. Not even getting in front of that. And Synthesia, I played with Synthesia and HeyGen. Both are excellent. Just pick one and get into it, right? For that piece. So how about, how many ISAs work for your team, Austin?
Currently I have 4. That said, my goal is to continue to expand that ISA department. I won't mention the company, but I talked to a company yesterday with a CEO. Just on his ISAs, he's spending over $60,000 a month just in ISAs. So he's like, well, that's a lot of money. Well, what can I do? AI. So he's built out this program that he's going to eventually have at scale, and he's able to drop that down from $60,000 a month to like $5,000 a month with voice AI. And it's going to continue to get better and better and better with time. And we're going to see more programs out there like this. So what does that mean for us as the agents? It's going to get cheaper, right?
Yeah.
A lot of this technology is going to get cheaper and better very quickly.
Let me ask this question. Since you have 4 ISAs and we're in the age of AI, I mean, if you have an ISA, and is that in Philippines or?
Yeah, the Philippines.
So if you have an ISA that is trained well with AI, obviously their output is going to be much better for you compared to. So what do you do now to select ISAs? This is like, I'm just kind of going off script a little bit just to help better. Talk to me about that.
I'll be honest, I don't do much on the recruiting process. I have a full-time recruiter that does that. However, her process is, number one, we have to check their English skill. Right? That's always a very difficult thing.
Sure.
And also their bandwidth in terms of what's their internet latency? Is it laggy? Is it not laggy? Which is another reason. And I can't hire them fast enough right now. Like I'm getting 30 people into interviews and maybe 1 or 2 are good candidates. And guess what? Those candidates, they have a bad internet or they never show up day one. So from 30 people on a Zoom call, 0 end up working out. AI, guys, that's why I'm making a big switch to AI. So the initial contact and cold leads is going to be done by AI. And if there's follow-up that needs to get done, well, I got 4 people that can have it do that in-house. That knows our processes, right? So do I think that AI is going to 1000% take over? Probably not yet, but it's going to make life a whole lot easier and a whole lot more efficient.
Yeah, and I think you hit on a point which is important to double down on, which is AI will never 1000% replace, but if an ISA knows AI, they can get so much more done, right? Expertise. Yes. I mean, imagine like cloning Austin.
Yeah.
In so many ways, right? So how about content creation? You touched on a little bit about video, but talk about consumer-facing stuff with reels and social stuff that you put out.
I am not a creative man whatsoever. I'll be the first to admit that. And I feel like I'm good when I have topics, but I just don't have topics a lot. So what did I do? I asked AI, hey, AI, and let me back up. I trained my ChatGPT, and for anyone listening, I'm assuming you've mentioned this in the past, train your ChatGPT to know you inside and out. I have it trained down to what kind of car I have, what kind of computer I have, what's my phone, etc. That way it can help best teach me and give me what I need. On that note, I said, hey, I want to start putting out more content for real estate. Ask me about the type of content I want to put out. So then I dove into a little bit further. I'm like, great, give me a copy paste message of 100 topic ideas that I can copy into an Excel spreadsheet of what I can say, to bring value to agents, to bring value to sellers, etc. Now, just with buyers, sellers, and agents, that's 300 topic ideas I just got with the click of a button. Copy paste into an Excel spreadsheet, and now I got my list of things I need to record on. It's incredible.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah. So you also and I may want to have you touch on, you talked about how you use Gamma for buyer presentations and seller guides.
Yeah.
Although it's not something that we sort of, I knew you were using it to talk about it because you mentioned that on the AI Summit. Talk about how you're using Gamma.
I love Gamma so much. Probably top 3 or top 4 AI I'm using right now. And I'm probably not even diving into it as much as I can or should be. That if you want, for example, when I did that AI Summit with you, I didn't make my presentation. AI made my presentation, right? Obviously, you can tweak things on there, but you can make documents, you can make websites, you can make landing pages, you can make presentations, so much content and make it look good just on Gamma. One thing I'm doing for my team, so Homexa, my team name and I are changing and evolving into Homexa, is I want to be able to teach people about what my model's like. I don't really have a graphics designer necessarily in-house, but why don't I make a little magazine explaining what Homexa's like on Gamma? I asked ChatGPT for the prompt, took the prompt from ChatGPT, put it into Gamma, hit submit, and in 5 minutes, boom, world-class magazine, made some tweaks on it, and it's good to go now.
Yeah. So Gamma, we'll put a link to all these tools in the show notes for those of you that are listening. Gamma is gamma.app, and all my slide decks, and it literally, I just spill my thoughts into a doc, upload the doc, and you got a slide deck in like less than 5 minutes.
Oh, it's
literally,
incredible.
right? And imagery, it's connected to all the image gen models, so you can change the images, and it's just amazing. You can publish sites like you mentioned. The only thing that is bothersome for me today with Gamma is you can't upload native video, and the video needs to exist on YouTube or somewhere publicly, or stuff like that. But not a big pain point for me. So how about SOPs? You talked about SOPs a little bit. That was your first like aha moment. Any other playbooks, things you're doing with AI in that space?
So the biggest thing with me was creating the SOP, but I also use it, probably yourself, for idea generation, right? It's where I feel like I'm a very good thinker and I can think for myself, but getting a second perspective from someone that's free, right?
Yeah.
That, hey, this is what I'm thinking of doing, or this is the results I want. What are a couple different methods that you can help me with to solve my solution, or to be the solution to my problem? And you're getting 3 or 4 options without having to talk to anybody. It's crazy.
It is crazy. And I don't know if you kept up with the news today. We're recording this on July 17th. ChatGPT now, with the $20 a month thing, has unveiled record mode in the native Mac app. So if you have a Mac, do you have a Mac, Austin?
I don't. I have a Surface.
Surface. Okay. So, well, I'm sure it's going to come, but I have a Mac that we're recording this on. So I can simply click record, and it will record and generate the meeting minutes right inside of ChatGPT. It was part of the Pro plan. It was part of the $200 a month, which is what I had. But now they released it as of today to the Plus plan.
That's crazy.
And I tell you, it's probably has killed Otter and all the other note-taking companies.
Fireflies and all that kind of stuff.
I mean, this is all of those things. So it is just as a heads up. So stuff's changing fast, right? So let me ask you about your top 3 to 5 AI tools that are your go-to. Obviously, ChatGPT is in it, Gamma's in it. Give me anything else that you're...
So I actually have a whole bookmark on my computer of just AI, because there's so many of them. And the thing is, I, personally speaking, recommending to you guys, who's ever listening, go deeper rather than going wider first, right? 100%. Really get to know ChatGPT. I would say ChatGPT is number 1, obviously speaking, hands down.
Yeah.
Gamma, that's probably close second. Opus Clip, being able to take a raw video of 5 minutes, put it into Gamma, or not Gamma, excuse me, put it in Opus Clip, and it makes all these reels for you. So what I did is I do like lunch and learns and brunch of businesses to teach people, which is awesome. So it's 40 minutes long, raw clip into Opus. Now I have 30 videos to post to social media.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And Austin, I tell, as you're thinking through, I tell agents, the reason you don't have clips is you're sharing gold moments when you're talking to clients. It's just that you don't have a camera running, number one. Just have the camera running, and then you put it into Opus, and you get the gold for forever.
100%. So those for sure are my top 3 that I'm using. One that I would say as a back end, again, is HeyGen. I don't use it as much as I have in the past.
That's the video cloning service,
Yep, so video cloning service. So those I would say are the top 3.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Opus is on my list too, because I use it all the time with our podcast. You'll see clips of this podcast come out using Opus. So any closing AI thoughts before I get to my final question, Austin?
Yeah, so where I see my vision with AI specifically is there's 3 types of people out there in the world. I can't remember who told me this, but it really resonated with me. The entire world's gonna have 3 different types of people, no matter who you are, what industry. Number 1, people who choose not to will not use AI. Number 2, you're gonna have your people who use AI, right, on a daily basis, looking at ChatGPT, the Geminis, the XAI, you name it. And then number 3, you're gonna have your people who embrace AI. Your people making the Sasquatch videos, right? We've all seen the Sasquatch videos. You're gonna have your people that are using the HeyGens for video cloning, the Opus clips. If you really embrace AI, you're gonna see exponential growth in whatever aspect of life you're using it in. So I truly see 3 different types of people coming out.
100%. And I say it very similarly, but I say because 2025 is going to be separation season.
Yeah.
People that are going to be skilled with AI, people that are basic AI, and people that are no AI. So I was in a presentation yesterday, Austin. You'll enjoy this. It was a guy from Google's DeepMind, which is where it first started, the generative pre-trained transformer thing. He's like an AI futurist, Steve Brown, very smart guy. So he said in the future, you'll have like 3 types of people in the workforce. People that are powered with AI, the category you mentioned, which is the premier category. Then there are AI agents that are not humans, but agentic AI that is working
Yep.
for you, Austin. If you have a 30-person human team, you may have 300 agents working for you over time that are doing things so you can scale your business from where it is to multiple fold without having to
Yep.
get that many more agents, right? And then the third category, which spooked a lot of people, was humanoid robots. Okay, so there will be people, robots doing things for you. And I saw some video demos of stuff from 8 months ago that was literally, I would buy it today if it was available.
And that was
It's
8
crazy.
months ago.
That was 8 months ago. That actually he showed a robot that would move 2.7 miles an hour, walking around the house, taking, you'd appreciate this, taking laundry stuff out of your laundromat, folding the clothes and knowing how to fold them. And he showed, and then put them in a pile, walk it up and put in your closet.
Wow.
That was the demo 8 months ago. So they're coming. All right. So the question really is, the more you lean in, to Austin's point, and understand the industry, you'll know how to embrace it, when to embrace it, and when not to embrace it, right? So, Austin, this has been fun, man. I let me finish. I ask all my podcast guests one question. I know you've been in real estate 5 years. You're a young 23-year-old rising star. Looking forward to tracking your success over time. What is the number one piece of advice if you had to give yourself, knowing what you know in 5 years, if an agent is listening to today or your younger self, what is the one timeless advice you'd give them?
FSBOs, cancels, and expireds, right? If you're struggling, no matter where you're at in your life right now in real estate, FSBOs, canceled, expireds. As I'm expanding into Utah, I don't have a lot of lead sources up and running yet.
Yeah.
However, 2 days ago, I'm like, you know what? I'm in Utah this coming week. So tonight, actually, I leave my parents' place and then I go to Utah. I'm like, you know what? I have my license there now. Why don't I go on some listing appointments? Oh, well, yeah, Rajiv, I don't have any leads. I went on Zillow, for sale by owner appointments set in 2 hours, guys. And then, oh, by the way, how do I call the for sale by owners? Ask AI, role play with AI, learn with AI, right? If you don't start taking steps in whatever aspect of business it is, you're not moving forward. So do something is better than nothing.
100%. Great advice. Yeah. No matter what the market is, people that have figured out a strategy and executing with systems in place, which is what it appears you have, that is amplified with AI, are going to have their best year. Somebody's going to have their best year ever. Why not you, right?
Exactly.
So I appreciate it, Austin. Continued success. This has been fun. If there's anything I can do for you, you know where to find me.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you for inviting me out.
Thank you for hopping on.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. You made it to the end. Nice. My goal with this podcast is to elevate your AI skills every week. If you found value in the show, your goal is to follow, share with a fellow agent, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and leave us a review, as it helps us reach more agents like you.